Do you read labels? Well, you should, because here is where you can tell what you're getting before you spend your money. Your government rightly insists on complete labeling. Wesson has always been clearly labeled. Here it says the pure vegetable oil. Now, the label on this new oil tells you, if you can read the small print, that it is lightly hydrogenated. But Wesson is never hydrogenated, and so is polyunsaturated, as no solid shortening, as no hydrogenated oil can be. How about quantity? There are only 12 ounces in this one. 4 ounces more in the Wesson bottle. 1 full pint. Yes, day in, day out, ounce for ounce. You pay less for Wesson, whatever size you buy. Read the labels and be sure you get your money's worth. Get Wesson, never hydrogenated, and so it's polyunsaturated as only pure vegetable oil can be.
Now, the military secret that I carry in my brain, I keep in safe deposit with a padlock and chain. You bet I got a secret. And I bet we find it out. The soldier's got a secret, but I bet we find it out. Hello, Ma. I got a secret. I can only drop a tip. Don't breathe a word to no one, but I'm going on a trip. Don't breathe a word to no one, but he's going on a trip. Hey, give me some magazines to read for when I'm on the ship. Don't breathe a word to no one, but he's going to go by ship. It's a cinch to keep a secret if a fella just takes care. He's sailing on a troop ship. Now we got to find out where. I'm a sound and silent soldier, just as steady as a rock. Here's to my little secret with its chain and padlock. Hello, baby. Hiya, Tussy. Say you're a nifty trick. I hope I'll meet some babes in Africa as cute as you are. This message is important. I must rely on double trick. It's been a wonderful evening, and I'd like to stay some more. But I gotta get a move on now. I sail at 4:30. He's got to get a move on now. He sails at 4:30. Hey, the troop ship bound for Africa pulls out at 4:30. Calling all wolfpacks! Calling all wolfpacks! The transport ship for Africa pulls out at 4:30. Pile!
We'll return to Captain Video in 1 minute. You know, Video Rangers, if you ask almost anybody, who was Betsy Ross, quick as a wink, they'll tell you why she made the first American flag. But how many of us know anything at all about George Ross, Betsy's uncle by one of the signers of our Declaration of Independence? One of the men who was willing to risk charges of treason and death, if need be, to preserve the rights and privileges of his countrymen. Well, many times we take these hard fought-for privileges, our American heritage of freedom of thought and action, for granted. They are so much a part of us that we feel they never could be taken away. But in the world today, there are those who would destroy our American heritage, who would tear down our ideals, trample underfoot the flag that came into being under the skillful fingers of Betsy Ross. So let's be alert and realize as Americans that freedom is everybody's job, Video Rangers. Now let's get back to our story.
What's the deal? What's the deal? Can anyone hear me? Okay. Is the voice all right? Can you hear my lips are flapping? Can you hear my lips are flapping? So, wow, eventful. We are full of events, aren't we? Great, thanks, Lemon. Yeah. There's some good news on the horizon here. I have a presentation to do at school, and I think it's going to be fun. Although I'm quite scatterbrained, so it's often hard for me to focus on one topic. As you guys well know, when I'm trying to explain something, I go into 6 degrees of separation or whatever it is. So I'm trying to work on that. But that Donaire video that I actually made 2 of them. The second one was with Lorraine, which is really cute. She is such a natural. I mean, she's so good at the videos. But he called me at work yesterday. He called me from his personal phone, and I didn't recognize the number, so I answered and I said hello. And he said, "Do you want to come down? I like that video." He especially liked the Scarface part. I thought he might be give me shit for that because I said he looked like an Albanian drug dealer. But they did. I mean, these guys, they both have the same running shoes. They're brothers. But man, whatever they did to put together this business, I'm down. So this guy called me and he's like, "Hey, I like your video. Could you yeah." She's like, the guy's like, "I like your video." And he showed me some videos he had, and we spitballed some ideas. So I'm gonna put up another one on Instagram, and cross your fingers, guys, and put it out in the universe for me. This is possibly my first so-and-so contract. So that was kind of a really cool experience. Because I genuinely made the video because I actually really loved this guy's food and the way he presented it. I was, like, "Hey, I'm, how you guys do your own sort of thing," and he's like, "Let me make it for you. I will show you how to make a perfect donair." And then he also showed us how to take it apart properly. So that's why I did that in the middle of the video. But he really enjoyed it. And like I said, he especially liked the Scarface part. Yeah, I heard about that. But she must know better, and now she does know better about doing stupid things like that. But hey, we all can get manipulated. Like, really? You know what I mean? So we all know where the fault lays here. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, another eventful weekend. And this is, I was ready to put things under the bridge and ready to stop making trolling videos, you know, because, honestly, I got a bit of kickback myself for some shit. So I was able to sympathize a little bit, if that makes sense. And, but something, fuck it. I mean, I own my shit. And, when shit keeps, looking like something, when something keeps looking like it's that, it's that, you know? So that's a shitty thing. Oh, let's see what we got for you guys here today. I didn't prepare anything like usual. I just sort of popped on and I'm still trying to find a proper streaming service that I like, and so far, it's been the Prism videos, I think. Just although I can't, well, I suppose there's a way, but I'm not able to do the older, archives and that with the Prism. Well, I guess I can film some of it, to tell you the truth. So, because I really am getting scatterbrained on which service to use. I don't like this one. At times it lags, but when it doesn't lag, it's good. I like it. I like the option of being able to go into the computer. Well, that's true. Of course it was. Of course it was. And I'm not saying she's wrong at all, dude. Like, really, I'm not. I'm not at all. I'm more upset that she did it out of anything, really, but I get it. That's why I said, we all can be manipulated, right? Because I don't know if I've done it enough, but I would like to publicly thank my friend that I've never met personally that really went to bat for me. And I would like to publicly thank that. That was a very, very kind moral gesture. And it actually, it helped me reevaluate humanity because I was starting to lose it for a while. So it's true, buddy. Thank you. But we can always be constructive in our critique. You don't have to be mean, especially when it's a friend, right? But who knows? I've got some ideas. It's just whether the other parties want to participate. That's all. So we've got some stuff coming up. I am I am in school, and I've just broken the ice with my teacher. So hopefully we'll be able to fast track and get into the parts of the education that I really like. But learning the basics right now is something I need. Well, I'm married. As much as I'd like to see it, I don't think I should. So you probably shouldn't. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's fine. And that's the thing. Yeah, that's the okay. Yeah, that does not go without acknowledgement. This guy is he's a guest of the state right now because of a prison YouTuber that's supposed to be, against rats. You're not supposed to call the cops, apparently. But then that just proves my philosophy that I've been saying since the beginning. That when you get to certain levels, there is no such thing. It's called business, and it sucks. And that's why I don't like it. But on the street and for the profane, well, you're a rat. But which is the way it should be almost. But in the corporate world, you're just doing business. You're doing sly business. Or even if you're in the underground criminal world, you're doing business, right? Oh wow. So what so that I don't know, man. There could be even something bigger than this because there were a few hornets nest poked, I think, in this situation. Especially one out of California. That's probably the main antagonizer of this whole swarm, if you catch my drift. But yeah. And something, it's probably for the better. I mean, I only know so much. I'm sure most of you know more than me because I don't follow the streams at all. I just kind of get what I know from you guys, and then I talk to the kid once in a while because of a wellness check. So for whatever reason, I mean, think about it. How do you react when cops kick your door in sometimes? You know what I mean? Um, so, for instance, there was an incident. I'll just say there was an alleged accident. I'm not going to say who or what, but say the guy that was in the accident has had such bad experience with police that instead of stopping and exchanging names, he just took off. But the accident wasn't his fault. It was actually the other person. So then dig this. The other person puts a note on the guy's window saying, "Oh, I ride my bike by your place. I saw your truck. Can we talk about this incident?" So this person doesn't ride their bike by this guy's place. They use their professional medical contacts or whatever to run that guy's license plate, get his address, and then put the note on this guy's car. So when this guy called the lady, he called her before he called the insurance people. And then when he called the insurance people, they were like, this is entirely her fault. So what do you think about them apples? Oh, he'll be okay when he's in there, that's for sure. That's for sure. He'll be all right. I bet if anyone really wants to help, they could send him some money somehow. Because if I don't know what the circumstances are. I hope it's just a hold thing. But if he reacted to a bad situation, it could be turned on him. So because when cops come to your door, or when they pull you over. For instance, I got pulled over. Or I didn't even get pulled over. I was in an accident and I ended up in jail and all kinds of stuff. Well, very well could have ended up in a assault charge even, or even more. So I don't know the details. I just know some of the circumstances, and let's hope he's going to be fine. From what I know of him, he's a strong cat. So we'll just think good thoughts, you know. What's up, Shadow? How's it going, buddy? Thanks for popping in. I'm just just going over some shit, you know. More drama in the fucking universe than we really need. And it's weird because I get on here and I'm thinking, okay, well, I want to talk about a couple things. I check out a few videos or something, and then I get totally sidetracked into this. But it's relevant because, you know, I mean, I'd probably be just as invested in anyone else. It is tiring, but it's you know, it's you have to. I don't know, man. You have to be able to have compassion and understand, you know, the people you're trying to talk to. I guess. I don't know. I'm still learning this streaming shit. Yeah, I know. That's the thing about the Bible, dude. It's so crazy. It's been edited so much. I believe there's a lot. I mean, they're calling the synagogue of Satan. They call all these things, all these prophecies, literally come true from that book. So it either tells me there was resets, or, you know, or something else. You know what I mean? But in the grand scheme of things, we really can't believe anything we've been taught, right? So we have to independently put the puzzle pieces together, and it's a crazy puzzle. It's very in depth. Okay, Lana Del Rey song. Okay, I'm gonna have to hear it, but I will for sure. I will listen to it. You know something, Teal? No, hello. I gotta say hi to you guys here. So, Shadow, Teal, Lemonade, Smoking and Riding. How's it going, everyone? Let me get this thing here. Jonathan, Tommy Thunder, right? And StreamYards. Oh, and Loving Mother. How's it going? And Rayanne, always, you're coming in here a lot now. I see you. I see you. I see you. So, no, that's, yeah, dude, it's, you know, the symbolism of all this shit. And you know what? Okay, you know what I think is the symbols are like the language that gets decoded so eventually you learn the technology. So the one symbol then gets broken down into other symbols, then into language, then into science, and into music, sort of thing, if that makes sense. Yeah, well, definitely. That's what that, and and that's the thing. These symbols aren't inherently evil either. They've just been used for evil purposes, right? You know, because they apparently the symbols have they have there's something in your subconscious that they trigger or they read. So it's yeah, the morning star, exactly, and Lucifer morning star. And the thing, I guess, there's, you know, they don't equate Satan and Lucifer as the same person in some Bibles or whatever. And then you get all the language and etymology changing. So Shatan or Satan or Santa, you know, it's all there's meaning in all of that stuff. It's so complicated, but it's interesting. I, I think you've been doing some pretty cool stuff. Okay, A&W by Del Rey. Please decode it. If you want to know, there you go. Okay. I will decode it. I will look at it. It won't be tonight, though. I mean, it'll be a bit. I do have homework, guys. You know, maybe I might even be incorporating my YouTube into my English class. So who knows? You guys might be part of my English class one of these days. Because I have to do a presentation, and I will be doing more presentations. And I'm really trying to think about spreading some truth during my presentations, right? Because, you know, you got to rock hard everywhere you go, right? So that's kind of one of my ideals, but also I got my foot in the door in the school, and I'm getting along with everyone, which is good, because it's like, I believe me, the first thing I would learn in English, guess, pronouns. Not even kidding you. The first thing. It's haunting. Okay, I'm gonna have to listen to it. A&W by Lana Del Rey. Because I don't listen to that. I listen to my own music. You should be listening to the old. No, I don't have it out there yet. I will soon. So with that Sweetness song is getting some good reviews. So I use that quite a bit. But I will decode that. Let's see what happens. I will decode that. That'll be interesting.
Do you read labels? Well, you should, because here is where you can tell what you're getting before you spend your money. Your government rightly insists on complete labeling. Wesson has always been clearly labeled. Here it says the pure vegetable oil. Now, the label on this new oil tells you, if you can read the small print, that it is lightly hydrogenated. But Wesson is never hydrogenated, and so is polyunsaturated, as no solid shortening, as no hydrogenated oil can be. How about quantity? There are only 12 ounces in this one, 4 ounces more in the Wesson bottle. 1 full pint. Yes, day in, day out, ounce for ounce. You pay less for Wesson, whatever size you buy. Read the labels and be sure you get your money's worth. Get Wesson, never hydrogenated, and so it's polyunsaturated as only pure vegetable oil can be.
What's the deal? What's the deal? How's it going, buddy? That's hilarious. Yeah. I know I go searching. Hey, how's it going, Footprint? I go searching through these old archives, and I just find some of the craziest stuff. So I try to present it for you guys. It's kind of a trip, you know. It's kind of a real trip. Let's see what else we got here. We'll do an old classic. Right on. That's totally cool. Wow. Good for you. Maybe maybe in a month when I get some my funding stuff up, you can help us get to the reserve in in Manitoba. Because man, this I'm telling you, this school is taking a lot of time out of my work, like having to work. And Lorraine's actually she's been working extra hours, man. Like kudos to her. So it's I'm just kidding. That's all good. But yeah, it's it's challenging, man. It's challenging, but it's good. Like I honestly probably should be doing homework today. Right now, I should get in the habit of doing it a little sooner than later, but I want to make sure I have my presentation fresh in my head. And I was trying to explain to my teacher what I want to do for a presentation, right? And so it's kind of like, well, I kind of want to talk about conspiracies. Right on, buddy. Hey, dude, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. And you know something? That's so wicked. Wow. Wow. You guys are amazing. Um, yeah, the school takes a lot of time out of where, like, for instance, right now we're in West Vancouver, right on the, like, way out in Eagle Harbor. So I get her there, and then I get to the school, and I'm able to work for a few hours, but I have my homework I have to do too, and then a lot of times right after work and that it's tiring, and then getting on here and then trying to learn an editor or something, I still have those chores. So we're full. We've got a full docket, but that's so cool, man. Yeah, Cass she's good, and ultimately some of that went to us because she helped and she spent some of her own money for me, and that was the coolest thing. Yeah, we got to get him out. So hopefully it's there's not a like a monetary bail system, and hopefully it's just like a lot in Canada. Okay, for instance, in Canada, you only get the one kick at the can. So you used to be able to get out on a promise to appear, and that would be the head cop in the cop station. He would write you a okay, you appear on this date, get out of here. And then if you were a little more of a flight risk, that you could go to a justice of the peace who would sometimes come to the station, or you would see them the next day in the station. And then the third time you would go in and get a judge. So you'd have to go get transferred up to a judge, wait in the judge, you know, in the halls, and come up, and then literally you have a public defender argue your bail points, and that's if they want to hold you. So that's probably the situation he's in. So if Danny's smart, which he is, he's not going to go for the cop because the cop's probably, and I don't think he can even do this anymore. So you used to have the extra chance. That's I'm mistaken. Yeah. So he's not. He's gonna have to wait for a judge probably to go, and then get himself out, right? It's not as easy as it used to be. So let's hope that happens. Yeah, we'll get some details on that myself. I'll look into that. It's Thursday, so hopefully he's out tomorrow. If not, the next day would be Monday probably. Um, so that sucks. But you know, that's what do you do? What do you do?
This is the Dumont Television Network. Fred Scott. This is the Dumont Television Network.
This is the Dumont Television Network.
The Smoking and Riding wants to send you some money. We'll figure that out for next stream, buddy. Yeah. All right. So, what you doing, baby? Waiting for. Did I wake you up? Yeah. Oh, that's cool, footprints. Yeah, that's, dude. I'll get. Honestly, I will set up like a tip jar thing or whatever, but that's when I'm on a better, like when I can figure it out. So, trying to be all eloquent. But yeah, we'll get it figured out. But yeah, things are going good. But I'll tell you, I will start a little fund drive in a week or so for the trip, because that's important. And yeah, it is. So that's what the goal is. We're gonna, and then you're gonna have school. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna both be in school and both working. So that's gonna be crazy. Mm-hmm. But I told you about the social media thing, with the Donaire people, and the school. The school might want some. They might be able to do something through them. That's awesome. Yeah. So things are going good, and it's thanks to a lot of you guys for sticking with us and stuff, and because ultimately I don't want to come on here and just tell the same shit. I want to progress, and it's showing the basement tapes of being an artist and learning how to become an artist and live like an artist, like by making art, not working for some asshole that doesn't fucking appreciate you. Right? You make these fucking assholes so much fucking money, and what? Anyways. You go to jail for these fucking assholes. Yeah. The guy doesn't even take my fucking sprayer in. You're right. Come on. What was that? You know why he did that? He did that because he wanted me to work for him and not get a good spray contract for myself. That's why. Because if I get a contract, oh yeah, I can go work it right now, I'll have to take myself and the star painter off the crew. That's you. You're the star. So, obviously. Anyways, that's what the guy did. What an asshole. So, but I still love him. He's done some cool shit for us. The guy actually showed up to court for me. Yes, yeah. He showed up to court for me, and this was way in the beginning, and I wasn't I wasn't a safe bet, to say the least. And he took a day off. This is when we had a lot of employees too. We had 40 employees at one time. And he took the day off and stayed for about 3-4 hours in the courthouse with me, and then testified with the judge. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did some nutso shit though, man. Like I used to go in on Saturdays because this is so that we didn't have the crazy safety rules like they do now. The safety rules they have now are just they're over the top. So they didn't have those rules, but they were starting to come in. So there's this one safety guy he'd come on, and he'd go, "Where's your hard hat? Where's your this, that kind of thing." And I never did things that were unsafe. I didn't do that. I didn't do stupid stuff, but I did do some risky stuff. Like, there may or may not have been an accident if things went wrong, but that can happen in any situation. So, for instance, when I'm on the roof, I never tied myself off. I would just, I would walk on the roof because most of the time I had a sprayer hose with me. So if I'm carrying a lanyard and a tie, the lanyard always gets stuck on the shingles. It's very awkward, and you have your sprayer hose to worry about, so you can trip over that. You're moving the hose over. You're 40, 50 feet up. You're moving the hose around chimneys, and you're on a shingled roof and shit. It's crazy stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lorraine, she's worked on the new construction. She does more the we're doing more repaints and clients now. But she was I when I first got her to work for me, I'll tell you this story. So when we were first this is early in our relationship, and I was taking care of a lot of things, and she's like, "Well, I want to contribute." And I'm like, "Okay." And I kind of snickered. And then this is when I was in the shelter, so we had donations. So I went downstairs and I go, "Listen, my girlfriend wants to go to work tomorrow, so I need some size 8 boots. I need a hard hat. If you got one of those pink ones, that'd be great. And I need a vest." And then and I was a foreman on this site, so I didn't even tell my boss. So I went up, and I was still actively pretty involved in, you know. Anyways, so I'm like, "Okay, you want to work?" And I threw the hard hat and boots and that on the bed. I'm like, "Tomorrow we have to be up at 5 and we have to be on site at 7. Then you have to go for your safety orientation, and then you got to come and meet me back at the site, and then I'll get you started and you can help me." And I still hadn't told my boss. And so she's working with me for about a week, and then I finally called John and I said, "Listen, I got my girlfriend and we weren't even she wasn't calling me her boyfriend at that time. I was calling her my girlfriend, but she wasn't calling me the boyfriend yet. Just let's make that clear." But so so I call him and I'm like, "Listen, I got Lorraine working with me." And he's like, "What?" Because and because he knew she didn't have experience or anything like this. And I'm like, "Well, listen, she can, because there was a lot of colors on this site. So I'm like, she can help set up my different colors. She can help me prep. She can do this, and I can teach her as she goes." And he's like, "Okay." So that was her first day of work, and she showed up every day. She hasn't even called in sick, and that's really I have. I think there may have been one day or something, and she was in horrible, female stuff. But other than that, this woman, and she works harder than a lot of the guys on the site, and she works harder than I do now. I mean, there's things that she can do that I can't do anymore. Like because I spray so much, and I was foreman, so when you're that, I'd have to pull back from my own project and walk around the site and make sure everyone else is doing their stuff. And I was so used to working at time, I found it hard, and it was, But anyways, that's what I had to do, or I have to go get paint and this and that. And she felt self conscious because I'm the foreman and she's my girlfriend type of thing, and I can be a real asshole, especially on a big construction site. I don't give a fuck because my boss isn't firing me. It doesn't matter. So she was a little self conscious, but she was great. She came in and she killed it. Remember that? The everything wine?
Yes, when
Yeah.
you, oh, my first
Your first job ever? Yeah, her first job ever. Yeah. Yeah. But that was that was good times, and she's now a respected member of the crew, and she's actually working more hours than I am. So yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Baby. Yeah, she's a cool chick though, man, and you know it was just a lot of fun, and it still is. It's you know especially in the beginning, man. Wow, we didn't spend a fucking second apart for 5 years. I don't think, not even a second. Like it was crazy. But yeah, so we're heading back to the homestead, and that's going to be an interesting, to say the least, trip. I'm going to vlog it. Fucking rights I am. Because it's going to be me, her sister's husband, and the kids. So that's gonna be a crazy. That's just gonna be that's gonna be entertainment at its highest. Trust me. But so we're looking forward to that. So we're just I got the school, and school is now. So unfortunately, I have to take a bit of time off that. But we will get a contract between now and then, and John will have to suffer and make a little less money for 1 week. That's no big deal. But yeah, we will get a contract, and or we'll have some generous donations. I don't, no, I don't want to start it. But when I do, do a donation stream or that, I just want my product to be top notch, and that's what I'm trying to get for you guys. I want the production value to be as good as I can get it, so it's like watching a show. So you're just kicking back, okay, right on, we'll watch the OG show tonight. And then there's, we have different things come on or whatever. I can show you some of the old videos, play some music, have some banter with my wife, whatever, show you some of the footage of where we're going and that, and the interviews, So I'm trying to get it so I can put it all together in a nice package and present it. But my ADD kind of keeps me from that right now. Some days I'll work on music all day. Other days I'll work on an editor all day, or then another day I'm at work. So we're busy, but I just want to say thanks, guys, for popping in. Yeah, I'm trying to, and I always have wanted Lorraine to be a little more involved in the videos. Oh, Jesus Christ. She better not be. She's just being drunk. And that's the thing, the loose lip drunkenness. Silly thing. Anyways, I just want to thank everyone for the stream. Yeah, maybe I will too. I'm just going to, here, I'll send her a text. I'm just going to say thank you guys, and cheers. Thanks for the stream. Uh, I'll be on again in the future, and Sunday for sure. I'm going to keep that going.